Alright, welcome back.
Welcome back to the portal being gone.
It's a good thing you can just dream drop the fuck out of here.
Connect worlds. Maybe when we pass through them, we're challenged
And change.
and changed.
Yeah, you have to do that weird 3D falling thing.
Yeah, so I love that like Riku's actually getting some growth, and Sora's just being trolled by the bad guys.
But we'll be ready.
What's the difference?
Exactly. It's like... yeah, you're right. Actually, what is the difference?
Like, the difference is that Riku needs growth. Sora never needs growth. He's just plucky, happy-go-lucky person. Like, Riku's someone who needs to, like, meld with the darkness to see the light. Like, Sora doesn't have that problem. He is already bathed in the light. If he was any more bathed in the light, he'd be
drowning in it.
bleached.
I've turned this castle upside down.
Got it memorized?
Hey, are the other two still out cold?
Dylan and Evan are conscious again.
Oh, they're unconscious?
Still unstable. They're resting inside.
Gotcha. Well, I guess I'll give the castle grounds a sweep.
Don't. If they were back, we would have found them by now.
So do you think they were blasted off to some other world or what?
I highly doubt it. When someone who's lost their heart is recompleted, they should return to the place where it happened. And if that world is unavailable for whatever reason, a refuge is made for them in the realm between, a world called Traverse Town. They would be sent there.
Finally, a reason why all the Final Fantasy characters are in Traverse
The
Town.
fact is, we're here.
I guess.
We've been recompleted, right? So they should be here too. Plain and simple.
I agree, it is strange.
What a drag. Could they not have been recompleted at all?
Well, you see...
Forget it. You know what? I'll bring him back myself.
How, exactly?
Why do I always get stuck with the icky jobs?
He said that in the last game. Door to darkness. DTD. Down to darkness.
Down to darkness, baby. Also, I didn't realize this until looking back. This makes a Mickey Mouse head.
Yeah.
It's a hidden Mickey.
Oh my god, it's a hidden Mickey.
It's a hidden Mickey.
There's so many hidden Mickeys.
I don't know if that's on purpose or a coincidence. Because technically there's, I think, worlds that aren't 3 in here.
Yeah, like, this one's 1, that one over there. This is the only 3 I see.
That's 3. That one's 2.
It's a hidden Mickey.
Did you ever read the creepypasta about the guy who killed himself because he couldn't stop seeing hidden Mickeys?
No. It sounds dumb.
Yep. There really isn't even all that much of a story to it. He literally just, like, offs himself, and his reasoning he writes on blood on the thing is that Disney is always watching. They have hidden Mickeys everywhere to see. In all fairness, he was, like, supposed to be an overworked Disney employee, and that's very relatable, because I feel like most of them want to kill themselves. But...
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like, working for Disney is only fun if you work on the important stuff. If you're just an employee at Disneyland, I guarantee you your life is miserable.
Yeah.
Like, if you were, you know, like an Imagineer or, like, one of the movie guys or an animator, I bet it would be pretty fun.
Otherwise, I feel like it would be dreadful.
But, like, if your job is literally to point in clients towards how to get onto the fucking Wild Mouse rides, I'm pretty sure you'd want to kill yourself.
How do you get to the bathroom, Chris?
Oh, it's right over there. Oh no, I pointed with one finger. That's a demerit, and now I can be fired. I'm not kidding.
I know.
Yeah, it's like
That's why I'm laughing.
it's like, I'm not kidding. That's how it is. Pointing with one finger is offensive in other countries. Well, good for them. They're in America now. Like, this isn't a foreign park.
Well, you have to be inclusive, Chris. We're in Disney World.
No.
Disney World!
You have to be inclusive. We really like gay people, except when it loses us money. Disney at its finest.
What do you want to do? How do you get to the bathroom, Chris? Oh, it's right over there. That's this is the only 3 I see.
You have to be inclusive. We really like gay people, except when it loses us money. Disney at its finest.
What do you want to do? How do you get to the bathroom, Chris? Oh, it's right over there. That's
Prankster Paradise. And nothing says Prankster Paradise like a creepy-looking clown pulling the strings.
Oh, we're starting in Maestro here.
Maestro. Hit the beat.
Pinocchio! Son!
No, I'm Riku.
No, I'm Sora.
Isn't that Geppetto?
Because he's a pedo, get it?
I still want to know which came first.
The origin of words are interesting and weird.
I'm very curious. Just set a fire on him now and skip the whole goddamn chapter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if we just kill him now.
Like, just save time. They don't kill him, Derek. They make him sneeze by lighting his internal organs on fire.
Oh, yes, you're right. I apologize.
That's how that would work. I'm certain of it.
I love that, they have these platforming puzzles, but because, we can maneuver enough, I can kind of, cheese my way through these puzzles.
Actually, I don't know if maybe we brought this up the last time Maestro was in. Did you hear the story about the guy who was actually eaten by a whale?
Possibly?
Yeah, it was like a year ago now, but there was a guy who was scuba diving, and when he was scuba diving, he got fucking swallowed up by a whale. And he was like, it's terrifying. He's like, I was in the water, and then the next thing I knew, it was just pitch black.
I bet. That would be terrifying. Uh-oh. I can't.
I think I don't remember how he got shot out, though. I can't remember if he was let out through the mouth or if he actually got shot out through the blowhole, because that would be interesting.
I can't attack
but,
on the
like,
ground.
He got attacked. He got eaten, and then
got eaten.
He got eaten, and then he got spit out, and I was just like, oh shit, Pinocchio was real. He can actually survive being eaten by a whale.
Not something I would want to do.
Not something I'd want to test, but I'm glad to know it's feasible. Although it wasn't like this. It was all water. You have to jump to the other barrel. You fucked it.
It's more like this is a terrible challenge.
Did you do it?
No. I didn't do it. My companions did.
Perfect.
Finish.
Finish!
Challenge failed.
What's that from? Oh, Super Monkey Ball. That's why I keep thinking about it. Anytime you finish any course in Super Monkey Ball, it's just that weird female. Finish!
I guess the second one, the one that they had just remade it. It's not good. It's filled with bugs, from what I was told by Dave.
Didn't they remake like all of them?
Yeah.
For like the Switch or something?
Yeah.
It was like one compilation.
Yeah, it's bad.
Is it bad?
It's pretty buggy, from what I was told.
I should ask my buddy Caleb about it. He's a big fan of Super Monkey Ball. I'm sure he's picked it up by now.
I was told, I was like, maybe I'll pick it up. I remember having fond memories of it. And then I was told, no, it's not that great.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything bad about it, so.
You didn't hear anything at all about it.
Yeah, I heard people talk about it when it came out. I didn't hear any bad news about it.
Maybe I'm misremembering.
I don't know.
Maybe that was one of the other games that came out around the same time.
I mean, maybe it was, and just not enough people actually played it.
You know what I know is filled with bugs? The new Lego Star Wars game.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But that's because you got it for inferior hardware.
No, it's buggy in every console.
No, just inferior.
Just inferior.
Jiminy?
Yeah, no, it's like bad, I guess. It like lags on like every console. Like
Oh,
badly.
it badly.
Yeah.
Even on PC, and you can optimize and change the game files.
You say so.
Still bad.
Pinocchio comes first. Right.
I was, because I was playing through the game, and I got up to the fight with the Emperor on the Death Star.
Can you describe him?
And it lagged so bad. The 3-minute fight that section would have been, turned into a 7 to 8 minute fight because of how much lag there was between all of the animations. I was just like, wow, this is hot garbage.
Yeah. That would make sense.
I'm going with you.
No, I'm going with you, because I'm Jimmy Cricket, and I got nothing better to do. I'm stuck in a fucking whale, so, you know. I'm coming with.
Yep, I'm the main character.
Oh no, he's suffering from main character syndrome. He thinks he can't die now. Oh no.
Oh no.
See if you can stop that bus for me. Oh no.
Don't worry, I got isekai'd into another world.
I was isekai'd into another world. It sounds really cool, and then I realized that the world was guts.
No, I was just dropped into a generic fantasy world and I didn't have any superpowers, so it sucked.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Everybody's just like, oh, I want to be isekai'd into another world. And I'm like, do you really, though?
Can we be
Do you really?
The one that gets me is the fact that, like... So, isekais are kind of weird because they're normally supposed to relate to... So, here's my thing with isekais. Isekais is like, you get transported to another world normally by, like, dying or something.
Yeah.
But, like, the first thing that started the isekais is being, like, a genre was Sword Art Online, where no one actually dies and gets sent into another world. They're just, like, digitally conscious in
I
another
don't know
world.
if
in a
that's
digital
the first
world.
real isekai, but I know...
It's not the first real isekai, but it's the one that popularized isekais.
Yes,
and the
that
irony
I can say yes.
is that it's not even really an isekai.
No, that's what really started the trapped in an MMO thing.
Yeah.
Which-
No, that was Dot Hack.
Not hack, yeah, that's true, actually.
That was my favorite fucking thing. Was there was an argument in my college. The whole class was arguing whether Sword Art Online was a better trapped in an MMO game or I think it's Event Horizon or
Log
something.
Horizon.
Log Horizon. They were like, Log Horizon's better because it teaches you how to play an actual RPG, and they're like, Sword Art Online is better because it has more fucking drama and weight to it, and blah blah blah, and stakes are higher, and they, like, the whole class was arguing about this for, like, 20 fucking minutes, and then finally I just, like, fucking put all my shit down and I look up and I go, alright, can we all agree Dot Hack did it first? And everyone in the class goes, yeah, alright, Dot Hack did it first. And the whole class just stopped arguing about
For perspective, everybody who doesn't know what the hell we're talking about, Dot Hack came out, I want to say, in the 90s.
Yeah, it was in the fucking 90s. It's old.
So...
It came out like 20 years before Sword Art Online.
maybe not the 90s, but like...
It was like the early 2000s.
It was the early 2000s,
yeah.
at least.
It was like late 90s, early 2000s.
So...
But either way, it beat Sword Art Online by like 10 years, minimum.
Yeah.
Because Sword Art Online didn't come out until like, what, 2016 or something?
Oh, God.
Or 2014 maybe?
14, I want to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's funny.
And the first Dot Hack game came out in 2001, which means you know it was an anime before that, and you know it was a manga before that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the anime came out many, many years ago.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it started in the 90s. But yeah, it's just something so funny about the fact that I'm just like, alright, can we all just agree that Dot Hack did it first? And everyone just takes a moment and thinks about it, and it's just like, yeah, alright, yeah, Dot Hack did it first. And the whole argument just ended there.
No, you're not wrong. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, everyone just agreed, like, yeah, alright, he wins. Like, yeah, alright, he wins this argument. Dot Hack is the OG, so it wins by default. I do think the weirdest argument, though, was the one kid who was trying to argue that Log Horizon was better because it taught you how to play an MMORPG, and I was just like, if you want to learn how to play an MMORPG, just play an MMORPG. It's teaching you how to play a fake MMORPG.
Yeah.
Like, just go play a real one.
I mean, I like Log Horizon. I really do.
I've never watched it, to be honest. So.
I bet.
Yeah.
I know you. You don't watch those.
Yeah.
But is it the best show ever made? Not by a long shot.
No.
And I liked the show.
Yeah, well, it's like, considering the fact that people liked it, but it only got one season, and then Sword Art Online
it's up to,
got, like...
they're making a third right now.
Oh, are they?
Well, the reason is because the guy who wrote the book,
Yeah.
or the light novel, he went to prison for tax evasion.
Hilarious.
Yeah. That's not even a joke.
Wait, it's also a light novel?
Yeah, they start off... Most animes
Yeah.
start off as light novels.
Most animes start off as manga, Derek.
No, they are a light novel, then become a manga, and then...
That is not true.
A lot of them, though.
I mean, there's a good amount, but it's...
Yeah, maybe not all of them.
Most of them start out as mangas.
Yeah.
Light novels are
Either
very
they're
specific.
a light novel
Most
or
of
a
them,
manga.
if they're a light novel, they skip the manga step altogether.
Yeah.
Like Sword Art Online was a light novel. It never had a manga.
Yeah,
It was
and
just a
then
light
they made
novel.
one to begin with.
Yeah. They went straight from light novel to anime. Anyways, point of the matter
Anyway,
is.
Star Plaza.
Point of the matter is. By the way, okay. If you ever see anime based off of light novel, assume it's gonna be garbage. Just- Japan makes really good manga. Japan writes really shitty short stories. Like, their short stories are garbage.
One that I love is there's a. Have you ever heard of this one?
But,
I got isekai'd, but I have my smartphone.
no.
I'm
That sounds hilarious.
it is so bad,
Though. Yeah.
but like the premise, he got isekai'd,
But he has a smartphone.
but he has this smartphone that is like a magic smartphone, and it's just like, why would they think this is a good idea?
Was that one also a light novel, or is that one a manga?
I think it was a light novel.
Yeah. See, like, for people who don't know, and there's probably a lot of you, Japanese light novels are the equivalent of crack cocaine.
Yeah.
They make no sense. They just do whatever the fuck they want. There's plot points that normally tie to nothing because they have all this extra writing they need to do to make it a light novel. Like I've only read personally one light novel.
So, and then another one is, it's not light novels, Chris. They do web novels, where it starts off as a web novel.
Those are webcomics.
No, not comic.
The novels.
They're actually novels
Oh,
online.
interesting.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
I've never seen an online light novel. I've only seen the fucking
For you everywhere.
And then they
the-
become a light novel,
webcomics.
and then they become a manga, and 27 other things.
Yeah, but I read the Parasite Eve light novel, and for those who haven't read Parasite Eve, bruh, you should go read Parasite Eve.
Bruh.
It's fucking insane.
Bruh.
It's the story of someone whose wife dies, so he tries using her
Dude,
liver
it's Riku.
to like recreate her, and he kind of succeeds, but it's a weird ditto monster that can transform into anything. And then it fucks him so it can get so he can obtain his seed so that it can impregnate a small child with his seed to repopulate the Eve atom. No, what is it? The Eve cell or something to the population so it can take over the world. And then they made it into a video game, which is an official sequel to the book. And then that video game got a sequel. And then that video game got a reboot sequel. That's both a sequel and a reboot.
That's the third birthday.
That's the third birthday. It's not even called Parasite Eve anymore. It's just called the third birthday. And you're just supposed to know it's the third game in a series.
Which I remember playing that game, and I was just like, okay, this is enough of a self-contained story that I was not super confused, but at the same time I was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but I like having a magic gun.
Yeah. Well, my favorite is, like, I love that people who played Parasite Eve are, like, so butthurt about that game, and I'm just like, why? It's a fun game.
I enjoyed it.
They're just like, it has nothing to do with the series, and I'm just like, dude, the fucking second game barely has anything to do with the first game, other than you play the same character. And hell, the
shit.
whole game barely has to do with the book. And they're like,
Oh, watch more Chain of Memories? Sure.
also, I believe the virus, I believe the E cell eventually just, like, kills itself by lighting itself on fire or something. Because it gets very poorly explained why it did this.
Because they
Like, it
were
just-
very upset.
Like, it just felt bad and just let itself on fire.
That's just dumb.
Yeah, it's the craziest book. I read the book for, like, a book report in college, essentially. It's not a book report, but it's essentially what it was.
Like, read a story and
It was like,
synopsis.
yeah, and summarize it. And I literally went into the class, and for anyone who's read it, they know exactly what I'm talking about, but I literally had to get to a point where I was just like, this is the book summary, and then I got to a point and I just went, and then the book gets really fucking weird, and I can't go into details. And the teacher was like, okay.
Because she'd been listening to you talking about it before.
It's more like, I don't think she wanted to know. Because it literally becomes like a weird fucking rape fantasy novel by like the end of it. And like, it's like really involving like, involving P. Elia and fucking like a whole bunch of crazy batshit like pseudoscience. And I'm like, I don't
want to expose anybody to
reading
this.
anymore. Dude, you know you're at a point when like, it was one thing when it was like, the Eve cells raped the dude to obtain his seed. That was one thing. When then it went to go find a host, and the perfect host was a child, and then it's describing in vast detail how it's creating a artificial penis to impregnate the child, I was like, alright, the fuck am I reading?
Okay, I'm out.
It's like, the fuck happened?
Okay, I'm out.
And I realized that was just like a thing with Japan in the 90s, because you know who also has that exact same plot?
Who?
In Resident Evil 2.
Dude, I don't
Uses
know what you're
the
talking about.
exact
No,
same fucking
Resident Evil
plot.
would never do such a thing. I said sarcastically.
Like, that's like the whole reason they're going after, they're trying to like find Sherry is because fucking William Birkin Monster is trying to reproduce with Sherry to spread the fucking T-virus as its own life form, and I'm just like, what is it with the fucking 90s Japan and this shit? With artificial
weird.
viruses creating living beings via impregnating children, like what the fuck is with Japan? It's very. It was just like a genre in the 90s, much like isekais are today. It was just what you
Tying
did.
it all
Yeah,
back!
it's just what you did.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, nah, dude, sometimes, if you, like, reading some of these light novels is, like, so
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, they're way out there. Ah, man. You know what else was a light novel that ended up being a much better game franchise than a light novel?
What?
Fucking, the Megami Tensei series, or the Shin Megami Tensei series, if you're more familiar with the spin-off, or Persona, if you're, you know, a fucking normie.
He did the air quotations there, guys.
Yeah. it's yeah, the Megami Tensei series started out, which became the Shin Megami Tensei series, which then birthed Persona, and that's all people care about now.
Because Persona.
But the Megami Tensei series is a series of short story novels, the short novels, and they're fucking batshit. Actually fucking insane. They're kind of fun to read because it's one of the few times I've read a story where you don't follow anyone good. Like, even the good guy you follow is, like, very clearly kind of a piece of shit.
He's not the greatest.
Like, how do I put this in a summary? So, essentially, it's a story of a kid who's very pretty.
Ah.
He's a very pretty. He's someone that if you took a quick glance, and I'm not even kidding, this is word for word from the novel. If you took a quick glance at him, you might have thought he was a female. He's very pretty. He's very handsome. Everyone would think he's very attractive. He's bullied a lot for being too attractive. I'm kidding. He's bullied for being antisocial. So he then develops I shit you not, a computer program that lets him summon real-life fucking demons from hell to the real world.
Well, Chris, like you do.
Like you do, and uses their powers, and uses their video game power, their actual demon powers, to murder students that are mean to him. He also makes a deal with Loki, who for some reason is the most powerful demon in that story. I'm surprised they didn't go with Lucifer or Satan, because they normally do in the games.
Loki,
they make
god
them
of
the most
mischief.
powerful. But they go with Loki. And Loki uses his powers to brainwash the entire school, so essentially everyone in the school just does whatever he says, and are just mindlessly brainwashed to him. Which is emphasis on the scene when, like, he's sitting at a computer typing away in class, and the teacher just, like, lets him do that, because she's already brain-controlled by Loki, so she's just like, no, fucking whatever. Oh, actually, let's call it here, and we'll pick it up. I'll explain it more later. We'll see you guys then. Peace.